So what's on your mind? Like I said, what's on your mind when you're putting together your business plan? It's actually very important. Hi there. You're welcome to another episode or an innovator business and founders series. So yes, I'm Ewodage Peace Mercy, and today we'll be talking about something very important, and we wouldn't be able to exhaust all of these topics today. So you'd get this particular video in probably two parts. So this is drafting an endorsement worthy business plan. So what's in your mind, or what's on your mind when you're putting together an endorsement or a business plan you want to take to an endorsing body? Now, this is directed towards those who are applying for the UK founder or UK innovator founder visa. So it can also be applicable to other business visa categories within the business or innovator startup, radar in other countries. But right now, we're directing it to persons who are applying for the UK innovator founder series. So let's start now. How to start? So what's on your mind? Like I said, what's on your mind when you're putting together your business plan? It's actually very important. Now, the way we like to approach this is you start with the problem. You start with stating the problem, right? So let's say you've been able to come up with an idea, your unique business idea, yeah? You can watch other videos. We've shot a video earlier on what makes a business idea unique. I think that's there about the topic. So let's say you have your unique business idea, and you're looking at putting together your business plan. So what do you start with? We usually recommend or advise that you actually start with stating the problem. So it's like you want to write an essay, right? And you want your reader to get hooked on the essay from the start to the finish of your essay, right? And you know a business plan, except you're using a pitch deck, but a business plan is usually very long. Your business plan, depending on the business itself and then the business model and all that, the business plan could be more than 50 pages, sometimes even up to 70. I've seen 100-page business plan before, and of course we had to advise that founder to compress it, because the probability that an endorsing official is going to, or an endorsing body's official is going to look at a 100-page business plan is there, but you'll be assuming you're making that. It's a very interesting assumption you're making. So it's important that you're starting with something we would call a hook. We all also know a hook in music is something that gets you hooked on and all that. So it would be very interesting, or if it would be very beneficial for you if you start with a hook. And for us, we see a hook as something that would get the attention of the reader. The reader's attention will be captured from just that first paragraph then to the end of the business plan. And it's usually just the problem statement. We start with the problem, or stating the problem that you are trying to solve with your unique business idea. Now, this is very important that you are very clear. So let's say, okay, let me come this way. You've heard, or there's this common adage: a problem shared is a problem partly solved. Yeah. So if you don't even have a vivid, very clear idea or very clear explanation of what the problem you want to solve head on is, you're on a journey of no return. So when we say stating the problem, we're not talking about bringing together a whole lot of technical jargons, or a whole lot of technical jargons, especially for persons who are products oriented. That's persons who are into building digital products and all that. You may want to fall into the ditch of bringing in a lot of complicated technical jargons. Don't forget that your reader is not likely, or may not be very acquainted with all your technical jargons and all that. So the problem statement should be very, very clear. So for instance, I want to help children know how to drink coffee more. right? Or oh, coffee is not so good for children. Okay, let that's my own bias. So let's say I want to help ladies know how to wear heels better. That's very simple. Then you can now start expatiating on what's exactly what you mean by helping ladies know how to wear heels better, or problem statements. I want to help ladies know how to line their brows better. Man, if you have that business, I'm actually going to patronize you because I need to learn. So I want to learn how to help women line their eyebrows better. That's a problem statement. Then you can now start expatiating. So if you're able to state exactly what the problem is, then it gets the reader hooked on. So you can start building momentum from there. How to arrange that's which should come first in terms of how your business plan should appear or should be presented. There's no static rule, or there's no rule somewhere that says, oh, you start with this, you start with that, then you continue with this and that. Of course, there are models that exist on how you should come up with a business plan and all that, but it's important that when you're coming up with a business plan, you are putting in mind the reason to which you're coming up with that business plan. So it would help you know exactly where to start from. It will help you know the important things you want that person that is your audience or that's your reader. It would help know, okay, this is what I want them to see first, and this is what I want them to see next. So it's going to be like your building blocks. So you see, even in arranging the paragraphs in your business plan, or bringing or arranging how your pointers come in, it's actually very important and could be strategic to your benefits as well. So now don't get so carried away with, just trying to perfect what your unique business idea is and the offerings that your unique business idea is going to come with. Because if your unique business idea is not going to solve a problem, it's actually very useless. Yeah. It's very useless if it's not solving a problem, right? So be clear, like, this is the problem it's solving, then this is my this is the solution to the problem, which is my idea, and then you can continue your building blocks. So something else that could be of benefit to when stating your problem is if you've had a personal experience with that problem. Now this is for applicants who are already in the UK on other visa categories that are looking at switching to the innovator visa type. And so if you've had experiences like this is your personal experience with the problem, it brings in it gives there's just that personal thought that, oh, you've experienced it, so you know exactly what the pain points are and all that. So this, I think, is something that's also going to add an advantage. So if you're in the UK and you're looking at exploring this particular visa category, you can actually use the advantage of you currently living, studying, and working and living in the UK to your advantage. The next thing you want to do is to be clear about your target audience. So this is how I put it. I like to, when working with the team on clients' profiles, I like to have like we come up with the notes, just like we call it thinking notes. Yeah. So okay, this is a problem. Then if it's a client that is not has not experienced the problem firsthand, so that means we have to rely on the data information of the problem that's existing, and how people are finding challenges with finding solutions to that problem. And then of course this is where the unique business idea comes in. You want to be clear about who the target audience is or are. Who are you taking this in? Who are the persons? So we tend to kind of create like an avatar. We call it an avatar for the target audience. Say, okay, who are the persons with these pain points, right? What do they look like? What do they do? Where do they live? What parts of the UK are you most likely going to find majority of them, right? So you know exactly where you're taking your solution to, right? Then yeah, so once you're able to come up with an avatar, now what that would help you with is your market entry strategy. It's once you're able to come up with an avatar of who your ideal client or who your ideal target audience target is, or target audience is or are, it's going to help you be very clear on your market entry strategy. So it's now going to be very clear that, okay, I plan to do this, I plan to take that step, I plan to reach them this way, reach them that way. So yeah, that's why it's very important that you be able to come up with that avatar. Now, you must not include that avatar in your business plan. Yeah, you mustn't include it because, like I said, even though it's normal for a business plan to be a bit bulky, but having it too bulky is not so okay. So you want to try to see how you can compress the information you have, or the information that you're supposed to have. You have to compress them, in a very concise manner, and that's we straight on to the point, be able to communicate what you wanted to communicate, right, without ambiguity and all that. So creating your avatar is going to help you know how to come up with your market entry strategy, because you're going to be direct. This is where my target, or these are the areas where my target audience are likely going to be. So these are the areas I'm going to be reaching out to them through, or these are the mediums through which we are going to be reaching out to them and all that. So we've come to the end of this particular video, and I hope you found value listening to the video from the start. And of course, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. Now, we get questions via the mails. I think it would be preferable if you're sending your questions on the comments section. There's a comment section in every video. You can actually comment. Comments are opened, so it would be very preferable if you're sending your questions there. So we would know that, okay, this is a generic question, like these questions would actually help someone. I don't think there's any reason to be shy to send questions on the comment section. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hola,